Hello, fellow Batman fans. This is Ultimate Batman Dude here with my next review for you guys. And today, we will be doing Batman R.I.P. Yes, the big one. The midpoint of Grant Morrison's run. Kind of. Well, it was supposed to be. It's not, technically, but it does serve as a conclusion to many storyline elements from Batman and Son and the Black Glove. So let's get straight into the plot. So this story comes straight after Heart of Hush, and there are small references to it in here. So in the Black Glove, Jezebel Jet found out that Bruce was Batman, and in here he continues to let her deeper into his life as Batman by taking her into the Batcave. And then suddenly the words Zur and R appear on the Batcomputer, and Bruce passes out while the Black Glove invades the Batcave, beats Alfred, and captures Jezebel Jet. They inject Bruce with heroin and completely wear him down. Bruce then wakes up in a trash heap, and he has no idea about who he is. He meets a guy on the street and starts to talk to him, but then someone tells him that the guy he was talking to is dead, and Bruce just snaps. He goes absolutely crazy. He makes himself a colorful bat suit and starts calling himself the Batman of Zur and R. Then Batmite appears, and now I understand what the hell Batmite is up to, by the way, and Batman starts taking advice from him. They track down the Black Glove to Arkham Asylum. In Arkham, Batman is met by the Joker, who is now working for Dr. Hurt, and he is holding Jezebel Jet captive and appears to kill her. When he sees her, Batman switches back to his regular self. It appears that Jezebel Jet is alright, and reveals that she has also been working for Dr. Hurt all along. They all then bury Batman alive in a coffin, and he has to try and escape. And I'll leave it there not to spoil anything more for you. So good. Well, this book overall is just awesome. This book is basically showing how freaking cool Batman is. Batman figured out that Jezebel Jet was working for the Black Glove, escaped being buried alive, and most awesome of all, he created a separate personality to protect himself from mental attacks. How cool is this guy? Now, this part of the story can be tricky to understand. If you saw Andrew's Q&A, then you would have seen that I had to ask him. But basically what happened with the Batman of Zur and R thing is that there was a trigger set up by Dr. Hurt during the isolation chamber experiment called Zur and R. When the Zur and R trigger was activated, Bruce Wayne's mind was wiped clean. He was completely neutral. He eventually went absolutely loopy, and because the words Zur and R were written everywhere, that's who he became, the Batman of Zur and R. And as well as showing how awesome Batman is, this just as well shows how cool Bruce Wayne is. And it does this by saying that the Batman of Zur and R is what Batman is like, but with Bruce Wayne taken away. He is absolutely insane. It is Bruce Wayne that stops him crossing the line, so to speak. And it is Bruce Wayne that makes Batman who he is. And Grant Morrison did a very subtle, clever way of doing this, so I give him props for that. I also like the way this portrays the Joker. This book really has the version of Joker that I love the most, and the same kind of Joker we get in The Killing Joke, in that he is completely psychotic, funny, and he knows Batman better than anyone out there, really. In terms of villains, I mean, obviously there's like Alfred, and I mean, you could say Robin, but in terms of Batman's non-allies that he like shares his life with, this proves the Joker knows him out of better than anyone else. There's an awesome moment with the Joker with Batman when they have been trapped in a coffin, and he tells Dr. Hurt that Batman will escape, and he points out that they didn't look at a piece of equipment that Batman brought in, which turns out to be a signal that alerts Robin, Nightwing, Damian, and the League of Assassins about what's happening. Then the Joker just laughs and says basically, "You're screwed. It was a pleasure doing business with you. See you later." And it's a funny, awesome moment that really shows how well the Joker knows Batman. Next is the art. The art in here is done by Tony Daniel, and I really like Tony Daniel's art. I think it's fantastic. Particularly the way he draws the Joker in here. It's really creepy and menacing and makes him look like a lunatic, and it's just awesome. So the art in here is really, really good. I also like the progression of Jezebel Jet. I think it ended that storyline in a great way and really rounded it off nicely. Also, Batmite in here is done well. Believe it or not, Batmite is really cool in this. Grant does him as a figment of Batman's imagination that gives him advice, which is very adventurous and really works well with the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh angle. I mean, only Grant Morrison can make Batman seem cool, right? And finally, we get to Dr. Hurt. Just like the Jezebel Jet storyline, this rounds off the Dr. Hurt and Black Glove storylines really nicely. I won't go into detail with it because I really don't want to spoil the ending for you, but you can trust me when I say he did a nice job with that. Bad. Well, there's not much bad that I found with this. I only have a couple. The first bad is that this can be tricky to understand at times. I mean, I had to ask someone about the Zur-En-Arrh thing. So it might just be my intellect, like you guys might be a lot smarter than me. I don't know, but once you read this through a couple of times, you should understand everything. If not, I don't know, look it up on Yahoo Answers or something. And that's not even really bad. It's just a tad annoying. But this story intrigues you enough to make you want to work the things you don't understand out. So that's good in that sense, I suppose. The other bad is that after the main R.I.P. story finishes, there's another couple of issues there that don't really do much and just kind of slow the book right down for me. I mean, they did give us some information that we kind of needed, but I think it could have been done in a better way than what it did. So who would this appeal to? Well, this story is really for people who love Batman, and if you don't love Batman, this book will make you love Batman. This book for me made Grant Morrison's run worthwhile. Note that to read this, it's kind of essential to read Batman and Son and The Black Glove first. Essential, I tell you. Do not just get this out of the run. You will not understand what the hell is going on. I remember I saw like a 1 or 2 star review on Amazon that said they hated it because they couldn't understand any of it and that they thought this would be a good jumping on point for Batman. So this person read this without reading any other Batman stuff. That's absolutely crazy. Whoever told them that this was a good starting point on Batman hated them and just wanted to see them waste $20. But for you people who have been reading Batman for a while, have read The Black Glove and Batman and Son, pick this up. Trust me, this makes the whole run worthwhile. R.I.P. is awesome. So that was my review of Batman R.I.P. I hope you all enjoyed it and it helped you out in some way. Thank you for taking time to watch it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Ultimate Batman Dude, out.